All right, yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and this news was too juicy and too interesting not to cover on the PokeMMO forums. This post was titled, "This must stop," in parentheses, legendaries. And I thought to myself, what could that possibly mean? And then I clicked on it, and this is someone complaining about a group of individuals who are going around catching all of the legendaries and then releasing them into the wild so that no one else can own them. That's hilarious to me. So we're going to go ahead and cover it. Now, I want to preface that there is no right or wrong answer to this solution. There's no like right or wrong position to be in. Maybe I'm just some jaded boomer. Part of me finds this very funny, and this is like what all MMOs are about, is sort of communities coming in, doing some funny memes, kind of disrupting players sometimes, and that can be okay. Not even though, they're really just kind of taking control of what is meant to be a mechanic that you're supposed to take control of. That's just my thoughts, my opinions. I could be totally wrong. Feel free to disagree with me. All I ask is that you be polite. All I ask is that you be respectful in your disagreements and your arguments, whether here in the comments or in the forums. Make sure you're always polite and respectful to everybody, no matter their opinion on the situation. Let's go ahead and actually get into this post and break it down. So, and the person opens up honestly, which I super respect. I'm going to hide people's names on this. It'll be linked in the description if you're curious about that, but don't go harass people, especially if you're from my community. It makes me look really bad. Don't do that, please. This post is a complaint and a suggestion at the same time, but I want to post it in general discussion to report the current situation to the whole community and the administrators related to the legendaries, Keldeo, Rayquaza, Mewtwo, Arceus, of course, and some extremely toxic players. Basically, every time that one of these legendaries spawns and somebody catches it, there are a group of players who come to log off with it for the purpose to release it into the wild so that nobody can have it. They don't want to farm BP, which is completely fine and everyone has the right to do. I respect that. They don't want to register it or let anyone else register it. They don't want to fight and run and hide somewhere else, which is completely fine, and legendaries aren't meant to be for that. We love having the fun battling in the triple battles. Okay, what they really want is to disconnect with the legendaries many times until the Pokemon is released into the wild. So if somebody wants it, they need to wait 24 hours more or less to catch it again. This group, after releasing it, makes fun of us. That's not okay. If they are harassing people verbally or making fun of them verbally after doing this, I don't think that's very cool. I will say, I don't know enough about these mechanics, and I'm also learning along the way. The fact that you can't catch the legendary again until 24 hours, that does seem strange to me. I don't know why you wouldn't just be able to immediately go back into the wild and go for it. I think that would make things way more interesting if you could just immediately catch the legendary over and over and over again. There's no harm in that. I guess the issue is the BP is what people you get BP from catching the legendary. In my opinion, I would just take it. Obviously, what do I know? I've never caught a legendary, so this is kind of out of my depth. So please take it with a grain of salt. I would just remove the BP gain and just go ahead and make it infinite and make it like a true mini game thing without any like benefits. That's totally fine. This has been happening for months and months. They used a lot of bugs that the devs know well, like Hearthstone Gym Channel 0, or spamming the dueling button that was fixed thanks to you. Now, there's so much interesting stuff devolving into this, because obviously my first thoughts were something, and I'm kind of getting convinced, and they're kind of changing. If they are insulting and they're using bugs like this person is alleging, that's a much different situation, right? That's really, really interesting. So apparently, what I would assume Hearthstone Gym Channel 0 is there's some sort of glitch to glitch them into a Channel 0, which people can't access normally. I've never heard of that. That's super interesting. And the duel button, I assume, just locks them into a duel like request that they can't accept or not. I have no idea what that would do. They reported us for insulting using bots. Every time we keep it from being released, a lot of players are tired of the situation. Everybody wants to have fun in triple battles or called people to have it. Basically, nobody comes to register or to battle because the players are waiting on other accounts to release it the moment it spawns. It's too easy for them to release it, and after they feel pleased, they leave toxic messages. Yeah, that's obviously super not okay. No, if someone wants to try to control the legendary and release it so no one else can have it, and just like let's say a team, like a clan, right, wanted to just try to control the legendary so no one else could have it, that's totally fine. And then what happens then is that another clan or another group of people would have to like rise up to kind of counteract them, or hopefully eventually they would just get bored. Like usually with stuff like that, like it's in human nature, like it's fun to control that, but you're gonna get bored. If you're not challenged after a while, you're either gonna get bored or someone else is gonna come up and challenge you and actually defeat you. And like it creates for really interesting community battles and environments. This is like really common in older MMOs, and I love when this stuff happens. But obviously, if there is harassment, if there is bug abuse, if there's stuff like this happening, that's when it becomes okay. Well, now it's no longer a fun little old school MMO battle. Now it's become a like toxic thing. There's someone who's cloning me on the top corner of the screen, and I really am honored by that. That's an awesome outfit. Anyways, continuing on. They started insulting us. They create counts to spy on our teams and check if we have a hidden legendary. Okay, I think that's also kind of funny, and I kind of do love that. If you want to create accounts or like alt accounts, if spying starts becoming involved, that's pretty interesting. They even created a private WhatsApp group to perform this. This situation is out of hand. I shouldn't be laughing. Once again, some of this stuff I think is totally fine and valid and pretty interesting and creates for an interesting MMO environment. Once again, the harassment and bug abuse, that's pretty non-excusable. That is not okay. It's annoying and unfair that 4 or 5 players are doing what they want and making the game more toxic and boring for the rest of us. I just want to preface, these are just claims. There's no screenshots or any evidence of this so far. So this is just screenshots. I'm glad he doesn't name any names because I don't want any blind accusations against players that we don't have evidence for. So that's good at least. Even if we are good at PvP, it doesn't matter. In the next battle, the system make us have less Pokemon, so it's impossible to defend it from them. One of our suggestions, and please consider it, is to add a cooldown to the players of 1 hour of challenging again another player with a legendary if they disconnect. Very similar, so they can't disconnect and grab so easily, and that's probably fine. We also made a video in English and Spanish explaining the situation. Please check it out. Thanks for reading. Link redacted. That was the video, I assume. Link redacted. Okay, that's the Spanish explanation. Let's see what the comments are saying. Let's go ahead and scroll down and see what's going on. Here, let's scroll like this. What interesting news. Someone dared to come to captures that do not allow them to be registered. I think the developers will put a stop to this captures and put it where, like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know about that. Please fix these bugs and issues or adjust it. I mean, that's true. The bugs and issues are pretty bad. I don't know about the rest of that. All I see, I love this Double J comment. For those who don't know Double J, I doxed one of the names, I guess. He's been in the community forever. His comment left was, all I see is a story of heroes defending the legendary from people who simply want to take advantage of them for their own benefit. And this could be the other side. Like, that's the thing, is like, if they are making up the harassment, like, you would never assume one or the other. We just don't know. That's the real thing, is we just don't know. We just need actual evidence. And someone does go on to actually say this. One of my favorite comments. Let's go ahead and see. A starting point to resolve this situation: collect evidence, screenshots, testimonials, etc. Submit a ticket to the moderation team. Wait for a response. They will be able to assess the situation and decide if something needs to be done, either at the individual level by warning the players concerned, or at the collective level by modifying the system. Hope this helps. I love this comment. What a great comment. Also has no likes or any reactions, which is funny to me. That's my favorite. Here, I'll go ahead and there we go. Heart, easy. Great comment. I think that is super, super fair. And obviously, once again, my ending take on this, and my ending take could be incorrect, and feel free to disagree with it. If players want to control a system in a King of the Hill style mechanic and system that's literally kind of built to do that, if clans want to have clan wars over the legendaries, that is totally okay. Now, if there is a 24-hour timer on when the legendary next appears, that also is a little rough, but I could still see that being okay. The main issues are if there is verbal harassment and if there is bug abuse. Those are the two things that are by far not okay. If someone is trying to control the system, then that's totally fine. That's within the rights. I think it's a sandbox. The only way to solve that is for them to get bored and other players to just stop standing up, or have enough, like, other side of the heroes or villains, whatever, another group, another clan stand up to them and try to actually fight off and ward against them. I think that'd be really interesting. So maybe one day we'll see full-on clan wars over the King of the Hill legendaries, but for now, we'll see how this plays out. Hope you guys liked this video. I thought it was pretty interesting. Just a really interesting MMO PokeMMO story. So like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more PokeMMO content. I know not everybody checks out the forums every day. I don't check the forums every day. It's a lot of work. Forums are tough to read through, honestly, sometimes. Anyways, like the video, subscribe, dislike, follow the Twitch. You guys know the drill. Just have a great day and have fun playing PokeMMO. Peace, guys.